discrimination.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely, not allowed to do it.
Okay, so if you're gonna create an ad through Facebook, you're gonna do it right here through this arrow. All right, and just scroll down to create an ad. And you're gonna have some choices on what, obviously, the objective is of your campaign, because some people are doing ads for apps that they're selling or whatever. In this case, what I've done in the past is send people to your website. You know, that's what you wanna, hey. Alright, so you just go to send people to your website, and it's gonna ask you where you want them to go. So what I was just telling Tracy was that what I've been doing in the past, I realized seems to work, is that I set people up with a search. So a lot of people go on there and they just want to advertise just a specific listing or an open house, and that's fine, I guess, but I seem to get the best results from actually having an ad up there that says, like the one domain name I have, Levittown Real Estate Deals. So if you click on that, it's going to be all the foreclosures in Levittown. Everything with the Levittown address, the short sale or foreclosure is going to pop up, okay? I tried some other ones along the way, Bucks County $1 Million Homes. That one didn't work out too well. But, you know, I also have one called Yardley Condos or something I did,
Yeah.
Yardley Condos for sale or something. But let's just pick Levittown Real Estate Deals, okay? So, once you do that, all right, you can name your campaign. So I'll just name it whatever, Facebook class or something. But this name is just for your reference, so you can do whatever you want with your campaign. But what you're doing, when you put an ad up, you're technically making a campaign, because you're going to have to spend money on it, and it's going to ask you how much money do you want to spend. Do you want to spend 3 hours a day? You want to spend 5 hours a day? You want to spend 25 hours a day? Whatever. So you can start your campaign right now, and you can end it the next day. You can start it now, and you can end it a year from now. But just be mindful that, you know, money's going to start coming out. Okay, so you named your campaign, and this is the cool part, because this is where you can start directing where and who you want your ad to go to. The only thing it doesn't offer you, which kind of sucks, I wish it did, there's all these demographics in here, interests, careers, everything, and I would like to take out real estate agents. You know what I mean? But I can't. So I'd like to be able to take out the people that already have on there that, you know, they are a realtor, but you can't. So unfortunately, your ad will land on their pages too, and you'll be paying for it, but it is what it is. So right here in locations, obviously, if you're gonna do Levittown Real Estate Deals, you don't want to be spending money advertising to somebody in Montana. I mean, the chances are they're probably not buying in Levittown. They might be, but you want to spend your money where most of it is. So if you're gonna do Levittown, I would just type in Levittown, Pennsylvania. Okay. Now here's the thing, though. Once you put that in there as your location, see the little drop box here? 10 miles, 25 miles, 50 miles, custom, no radius, whatever. So what I've been doing is pretty much using a 50-mile radius. I know it's large, but at least this way I know that, you know, anybody in the surrounding area that's interested in Levittown Real Estate Deals is going to be able to see it. And I think there's also, okay. All right, so and then for age, I really don't want to advertise the 18-year-olds, because I don't think they're buying short sales or foreclosures anytime soon. So I just set that to, you know, pretty much around 22, 23 years old, somewhere around there. And then plus 65 is fine. Gender, I don't discriminate. So, you know, languages, same thing. There's a box here for more demographics. I don't really use it. I mean, this is where you can go crazy with it if you want. If you only want to make this ad show up on people's feeds that have a bachelor's degree or more, I mean, so be it. But obviously, you know, no reason to do that. So, all this stuff here, again, for what we're doing and what I'm doing, I don't use any of this. Interests, behaviors, that's not what we're doing, you know. So I just go right past it. Let's see. This is the nitty gritty here. So here's your budget. All right. So your budget is either a lifetime budget or per day. All I've ever done is per day, because I figure $5 a day. If I start it now and end it Monday, I can do the math in my head of how much money that's going to be. So, and then schedule. You can run your ad continuously starting today, or start set a start and end date. So what I would do is just, start today, and what I was telling Tracy earlier too is that, I will typically run a search ad on the weekends, because it just seems to be where I've gotten the best response. I've tried it during the week, and I guess people are doing what they're doing, but weekends people seem to be on the internet more instead of outside having fun, I guess, but, so I would usually do, like, say I was doing today, I'd start today and go until, June 1st. Okay, so right there it's telling you, you'll spend up to $20. You might not even spend the whole $20, okay? But at least you know already, my ad's not gonna cost me more than $20, all right? And then optimize for, clicks the website. Quite honestly, I never really use anything else, so I don't know what to tell you, but that's what we're doing here, so that's what I would use. One has all the time, never use that either. And you can name your ad set too, so again, I'll just name it Facebook class. This is all for your own reference, okay? And then, how do you want your ad to look? There's two different ways you can have it look. You can do a single image in your ads. I've used both of these. So what happens is once you, you'll see once we get to it too, right below, but you can have, we've all seen the ads on Facebook before, right? Okay, so when you purchase an ad and create an ad, you can tell it to just keep changing the pictures if you want. So if you upload 2 pictures, somebody goes on there and they might see the picture of a boarded up house like I had earlier, and the next picture they might see a couple standing in front of a house that you put up there. So you have options. With what I'm doing here with this Levittown real estate deals, I just use just one ad. It's just a picture of a boarded up house. That's all. But you have the option here, so whichever one you want to do, you can do. And here's where you add your actual picture. What I've done is for my Levittown real estate deals ad, I'll just go find a picture somewhere on the internet. Don't know how legal that is, but I'll just go into Google Images and type in
Copywriting.
foreclosed homes. Whatever images are there, I assume they're right for the picking, so I find them. Now Facebook does have a limitation though, because I tried in the past to find some pictures that have like a rundown house with a bunch of text, like foreclosure, short sale. They don't like that. You have to put a picture up that has, I forget the exact ratio, I don't know if it tells you here or not. No, it doesn't tell you until you try it, but I think the ratio is you can only have like 20% text on the actual picture you're uploading. And Facebook kind of scrubs that to make sure you're doing that correctly. So if I uploaded a picture right now that had a bunch of text on the picture, the campaign wouldn't even start. They just wouldn't even let it start. So, I don't really have anything to upload right now because I'm on this computer. Let me see if it'll take. Okay, this is a perfect example. These are images I tried to upload before, and they didn't work. See the, bang foreclosure, all these bubbles, they just rejected that right away. This one is the most recent one I used. It seemed to have a really good response, so I'll pick that one. Okay, just a picture of a boarded up house. Does have a little sign in front of it, but it's very generic, just says bank owned for sale, that's all. And then, here's what Facebook does now, which I think is really cool. The ads that you see on like if you're just searching through Facebook on the side, this is what that's for too. But now what they do is they'll put it in a news feed. So all of your friends that liked your page, it's gonna pop up on their feed. So other people that are friends with them are going to see it in their feed. Unless at one point they clicked on it and said, don't show me this, which you can do now. Unless they did that, it's gonna show up in a lot of different places. So, let's see. So what you can do is you can tell yourself, or tell Facebook right here, choose a Facebook page to represent your business in the news feed. So we happen to have a page. I don't know if you all have your own page or if you just have a personal page, but for the sake of these Facebook ads, I just put them up on our business page, not on our personal page. So, but I think you have an option there. And then headline, your headline is going to be what comes up above the picture. So, you can type in "do not day" if you want, And then, so your headline, you get creative with it. Like for you know, for me in the past, for this one, I've put, I'm sorry, it comes in below it, not above it. I've put in, you know, find all short sales and foreclosures in Levittown, you know, the market's hot, you know, something like that. Just something to grab their attention down here, so. I can spell, that would be great. Whoops.
Well, you know what you mean.
Alright, good enough. Was that too many? Oh, okay, the headline is actually different. I'm thinking of the text. Sorry about that. The text is where you can write a little bit more, and that comes in below it. So if you just start writing here. Keep getting it backwards. Comes up above it. So the text is going to come up above it, and the headline is below it. Seems kind of backwards to me now that I think about it, but that's the way it is. So whatever you write in your headline box will come in below the ad. Whatever you write in your text box will come in up here. I think it's telling me it's spelled wrong, probably. Okay. And then you can have a button that'll show up on your ad. So call to action button. You can do, obviously you're not going to do shop now or book now, but I always do sign up. So then right here, if they click on that, they feel like they know they're already kind of preempted. Once you go here, so let's go to our website. You know how the website works, where once they're on their KW site, they click around once or twice, boom, they have to sign up. So they're kind of already notified of that here, so.
Yeah, LevittownRealEstateDeals.com takes you to your KW site.
Yeah, what that does is, it's just a domain name that I purchased through GoDaddy. You can purchase them from anywhere you want, but GoDaddy just seems to be the most popular one. So you go there, you find a domain that you like, you can get creative with it as you want. You can do lovely Langhorne listings or whatever, and then what you do is you go to your actual site, do a search. So in this instance, I went to my website and I typed in the city of Levittown, and then there's boxes for, you know, short sales and foreclosures, and I took out leases, you know, I took out, whatever else I took out, but it was just short sale and foreclosures in Levittown, residential, that's right, I took out commercial, okay? And then search. Once you search that, the address right up here, it's gonna be a long address, but that is what you copy and paste into GoDaddy. Because now when you get that domain name, like I got Levittown Real Estate Deals in GoDaddy, just go to Manage Domains underneath GoDaddy and type that in, or not type it in, I'm sorry, copy and paste it. So now whenever somebody goes to Levittown Real Estate Deals, they're gonna go right to that search on your page. Because you don't wanna go into your homepage, because then once they go there, they're like, what do I do now?
Right.
If you're advertising to them saying Levittown Real Estate Deals, they might as well go right to the search. And the thing is, that's what I had to ask, I forget her name now. Yeah, Jillian about, is that once you put that search in, will it update every day? And it does, which is cool. I didn't know it did that. So if somebody goes to Levittown Real Estate Deals and it goes to that search, next week when there's new listings that pop up, they'll be there. Anything that's sold won't be there. So that's what's cool about it. Okay, so here's what it shows you your ad as you go along. Okay, so this is what you're looking at here on the right hand side, is that's the way it'll look on a desktop feed. So if somebody searches through Facebook right now, that'll pop up right in the thread. Okay, that's exactly what it would look like. You would see this, you would see like page, you would see the picture, you would see whatever we wrote down here, and then if they click anywhere in the picture or right here, it goes right to the site. Mobile news feed, any of these that you just click on, it'll show you what it'll look like. So that would be if you're on your phone.
Yeah, this is just a preview.
Yeah, so you can just see each one and see what it would look like. Because some of them are going to look different. Like if you go to right column, that's what it looks like, you know, on the right side. Audience network. I don't know what the heck that is. Yeah, I'll be honest, I don't really know what that is. Oh, third-party mobile apps. I don't know, I guess, take that for what it is, I guess, I don't know. That's what it looks like, but most people are gonna look at it obviously here or here. Okay, so they'll either be on their phone or they'll be on their desktop, one or the other. what I've been finding, like I said before, is that just putting that ad out on the weekend seems to get a pretty decent return, and people are signing up on my site. I mean, is every single lead turning into something? No, but they're going into a campaign. So what I did was I found a campaign in, back end of our website that's for investors and stuff like that. So now when they go on there and they sign up, I just throw them in a campaign. So for a couple weeks, they're getting, the email postcards, and stuff like that. They're all about investing and things like that. So, maybe you have any questions, by the way? Am I going too fast or anything?
What kind of how many people do you usually get that you reach through the ads for something like that for a weekend?
Remember I was naming everything? This is so later on when you have a bunch of ads, you can go back. I guess it's a good idea now that I think about it. If you're gonna do this on a regular basis, maybe to date your ad sets. So when you go back and look at them, you know when you create them. But either way, so this is the one that I just
It shows you
did.
up top when you created it, right?
What's that?
I guess it shows you up top the timeline of when you created it.
Yeah, it does, yeah. But this is one that I did over like 3 or 4 different weekends, and you can see that's the actual website clicks. I mean, it's pretty amazing actually how many people clicked on it,
Right.
how many people that were reached, all that good stuff. And the money, again, $5 a day isn't really too bad. This is exactly what it looked like. So it was just find all Levittown, PA bank-owned and short sale homes. The deals are right here. And down the bottom, I just put Levittown foreclosures. Search all current distressed properties in Levittown, PA. A lot of people are making a lot of money buying and flipping homes in Levittown. Why not you? So I think it was, I guess, eye-catching enough to get people to go, okay, this is something I'll click on. Here's another thing too. This works out pretty cool. If you do have your own business page, I'm getting a lot of likes on just the page, because when this ad pops up, they're automatically just clicking this instead.
So they say.
And nothing happens, then they go down and they click down here. I mean, something does happen, they like the page, but I'm just saying, like, then they go down here and they actually click on it. So I'm getting a lot of people that are just simply liking the business page, which is pretty cool, because the more of those you get, the more people that are, exposed to the other things you do on your Facebook page, so. But that's pretty much what the ad looks like, and then you always have your stats you can go and check right here, so you can see if it's actually producing anything. Like, let me show you some of the different ones, so you can see how bad some of them can be. Let's see, alright, I did one, this one I thought would really be good, and it wasn't. I had a nice picture. If I can ever get to it. Thinking of selling your home this spring season, now's the time to start. Get a jump on the spring real estate market. Had a couple hugging like they were, happier than anything, and that ran the whole weekend. I really didn't get anything at all. So, you never really know.
And that's all you spent was like $19.85?
Yeah, again, it was $20, so
Yeah.
it wasn't the end of the world, but I kind of really thought that would,
You
I get
reached
something
almost
on
half
that.
as many people as the other one too. The other
Yeah.
one was 9,000 or something.
Yep. And that's the same thing there, like, okay, so this findthevalueofmyhouse.com, if you go to your website and click on sell instead of buy, like you did earlier, Trace,
Mm-hmm.
that is where that goes to. So if somebody goes to find the value of my house, if you just typed it in right now, you go right to the sell portion of the website,
Right.
right to where it actually has, the information where you can go ahead and put in everything about
So
your
that's
house.
another domain that you bought?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Why does it keep taking you in New York? Why don't you register in New York?
What's that?
GoDaddy.
Oh.
It's weird.
So do you find that it's the more specific you go with, Levittown foreclosures like that, it's the better?
Yeah, because if you give people, like I was saying, it was kind of corny, but lovely Langhorne listings or whatever, like,
Right.
just find, I also did, I don't know why I can't find it, I don't know if I erased it or whatever, but I did one for a weekend, had a pretty decent response. I did Yardley condos for sale, or something like that, I forget exactly what it is, But again, to buy the domain name and have it for a whole year is $9-10, and you can just keep getting it every year if you want it. And same thing, I just went into our website and just typed in only condos, only in Yardley, did a search, and then attached that to Yardley condos for sale. And then for that one, I had an image of course, a condo. And this way it kind of, got people looking at it. But I don't know what else I can tell you, to be honest. Any questions? Anything you can think of?
I didn't even, this is all new to me, I didn't even know you could actually advertise on Facebook.
Yeah, and for the,
I know there's advertising, I just never thought of it.
yeah, and for the cost of it, again, I mean, what you do is you try it, that's what I started doing, I just tried it like for a couple of days. Cause I figure $15-20 just to, give it a shot, what's, but I also did it before in the past I was doing it with just one house. And I would put up, new listing, whatever, and people see that stuff everywhere. So it didn't seem like I was getting any kind of response, but when you start getting specific with Levittown foreclosures, Yardley condos, like I tried the Bucks County $1 Million Homes, but nothing worked there. You just try different things and see what happens.
On a weekend for one of these, like for this one, looks like it was a pretty decent one. On a weekend, how many people that actually clicked through to your website signed up on there, do you think, on average?
Well, this was all the way from March to May, but it didn't run from March to May. I ran it, let's see if it'll tell me here.
Yeah, lifetime right there.
Yeah, that's lifetime, so if I go last 7 days, that would be, okay, so the last time I ran this was over Memorial Day weekend, and it was 149 clicks through. I'd have to go to my site.
You don't have to, I mean, just, how many do you think? A couple?
I would say over that Memorial Day weekend, probably about 10 to 12
Oh, wow.
different people actually went, and your phone's going off like crazy as soon as you put it up, because you're getting, I don't know if you do that, your notifications, but I get notified whenever somebody signs up on the website. But again, it was Memorial Day weekend, I was running all around with the family, so I didn't even get to anybody until like Monday or Tuesday.
Right.
I just went into the website and just kind of copied and pasted a generic email, just saying, thanks for signing up on the website, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Here's my information, there's plenty more other listings coming up, that kind of stuff. So, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I'm closing 100 deals from doing this, but,
Right.
I also kind of don't expect to. Just kind of getting the exposure out there and seeing what happens.
Do you get people either liking or commenting on the post itself on there?
Yeah, the actual post, I don't know if it'll tell you if people like the post.
Because I've done ones for individual listings that I was doing an open house on or something like that, and I found that if I'm doing it for an individual listing, if I put if I just put all the pictures up on there first,
Yeah,
the people that click through, they've already seen all the pictures. If they're clicking through to find out more information about it, because I don't put the price or the address or anything like that,
right,
if they've already seen the pictures and they're still clicking through, they're probably more interested in it.
yeah.
So they're probably more serious buyers. But I've had people that see all the pictures and they'll tag a friend of theirs on the comment.
Yeah.
Or something like that, which is cool. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? 'Cause
I
then
know,
you're like,
I know.
all right,
Actually, you know what?
they're looking for, people for me. They're advertising it.
I think, I guess there was 2 with this last ad I just did.
That's on your page though, right?
Yeah, just on the page,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but I mean, like I said, that's 2 more links I didn't have before from just putting that ad out that are now, next time I'm putting that out, it's gonna be on their page too.
Yeah.
So, that's the way I look at it, is just continuing just to do it, but I'm gonna experiment with different things too, just, the foreclosure one seems to work, seems to get a lot of people, but I don't really seem to be closing any of them. There's a couple people I was talking to here and there, but, go back to maybe the Yardley condos one, or tried, different things. Just get creative with it as you want. And for the cost, by the time you're said and done, just say you wanted to try something this weekend. So you figure domain name, $10, $5 a day for the weekend, $15, $20. So by the time you're done, it's 30,
Right.
$30 really, and a half an hour of your time, and it's hands off.
Right.
And you just see what happens. I think it's worth it.
Awesome. I gotta check out GoDaddy now.
Mhm. GoDaddy's the most popular one, for domain registration. I know there's a ton of other ones, but I don't, GoDaddy just has really cool commercials.
Just like
Cool.
commercials.
Anything else I gotta do, show you? No? Good. Knock it out!
You just go to facebook.com/ads for the.
Oh, I'm sorry, yeah, you weren't here in the beginning, let me show you real quick. Damn, I forgot to change my password.
Jeez. I don't need the
Alright.
password.
So when you, see what Helen's doing, what's up, Helen?
Yeah, anybody wanna go to lunch right now?
Alright, so this arrow up here, if you just click on that, you'll get right here, create ads.
Okay.
Alright, and just click on that, and then bam. And then what I did, actually, I think you were walking in when I was doing this, you get a bunch of different choices here.
Uh-huh.
You just go to send people to your website.
Thank you.
I guess you can do, I mean, if you wanted to promote your page, stuff like that, but I just, you know, I don't know. I don't even know what that does, promote your page. Yeah, I mean, why are people gonna click on that? Just because we have a real estate page and who cares? But increase conversions to your website. You know what? Get installs every app. Never thought about that one. Because you have the KW app,
Yes.
but you'd have to enter. It's not a bad idea. If you had your URL
Just go on to
for
your.
your app,
mobile
yeah, I
app.
guess if you put that in there, I just don't know what happens there. If anybody has one, I could always
You can
put it in and
also,
see what happens.
apparently now for the app, you can also share it to Facebook directly from the app.
Oh, okay.
I think that's, you can
Huh.
do that now. Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, you can play around with different things, but I guess this is the one that I've used and seems to work pretty good. And the cool thing is alright, so say you put a campaign together, last weekend, and then a month goes by, you're like, I wanna rerun that. It's, all you have to do, you don't have to do anything new, you just have to go back in to the last one you did and change the date, and it just spits it right back out. So. Cool. Thank you for attending.
Thank you for
Thank you.
Why is this